Come, little children, I'll take thee away into a land of enchantment. Come, little children, the time's come to play here in my garden of
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Moderation While Mates for a Game. And it's Monday, so that means it's time for more urban legends. And we're continuing our long line of viewer requests. And today, we've been asked to tell the story of the Japanese yokai, Manto. So, let's get down to the legend. When a person is sitting on the last stall, a mysterious voice will often ask if they want red paper or blue paper. If they answer red, then they'll be sliced apart until their clothes are stained red. And if they chose blue, then they are strangled until their face turns that hue. Any attempt to outsmart him, by asking for a different color, will result in you being dragged into the underworld. Ignoring him, or politely responding that you don't need any, is the only way to avoid this. In some legends, there is an alternate spirit to him, since Akamanto means red mantle, or in some references, red cape. So his counterpart is Io mantle, blue mantle or blue cape. Because in alternate versions, sometimes the voice will ask you if you'd rather wear a red cape or a blue cape. If you agree red, then they'll rip the skin off your back, resembling a red cape, which isn't used that often because technically you can survive that. And if you ask for a blue one, then they'll drain all the blood from your body. Again, one spirit was responsible for one punishment, and the other will be responsible for the second. But over time, or just to simplify it, they were both added to the same one, and Akamanto's popularity won out. Another variation of the story changes the question to a red vest or red shirt. And if you say yes, then you'll be decapitated, so your upper clothing will be stained red. And yet another version also says they'll also add in a yellow paper, or a cloak, which, if you agree to that, you'll be drowned in the toilet that you are using. Of course, because it's Japan. Manto is one of the three bathroom ghosts, along with Kasami Reiko and Hanako-san. And, unlike the other two, Manto doesn't get along well with the others, often butting heads with them. In the manga, Hanako and the Terror of Allegories, the two cross paths, and she kicks him to the curb. But at the same time, they won't allow anyone else to take them down. So they would often come to each other's aid. He appears in the anime Ghost Stories, but as far as character design, he looks like a Manikute no Yori, the beckoning hand, which technically works for Hanako. Even to the point where it confused people in the game Urban Legends of Limbo, when it was technically her summon. To the point where he was actually added as a DLC character. Oh, and something else I didn't know is that apparently that they made an exclusive PS4 version of this, where the legend that they added was Kuni-Kuni, which we talked about a few weeks ago. He also appears in the Shinigami Tensei games, later given a far better overhaul. He next appears in the manga Hell Teacher Newbie, where he also adds the color white to the list, where he would then spirit them away. There might actually be a live-action version of this out there, either that or just a very good cosplayer. Next he shows up in the anime Haunted Junction, where he looks like a Sailor Moon villain, showing off his ability to change appearances to help entice his victims. There was a short for Hanako, where apparently he assumes the form of a woman in red to help her out. His story again gets adapted into the short from Masters of Horror, called Arit Papi. I have no idea how to pronounce that correctly, where he first appears as a man and then next as a woman. He also got adapted into the show Scream Queens, where he was called the Red Devil. I didn't watch the show, so I have no idea how effective he was. He also appears in episode 37 of Hiryusei Yatsura, which some of you may know better as Beautiful Dreamer Lum. And I even had to update the wiki page because I got the number wrong. I know he said in Haunted Junction he looked like a Sailor Moon character. Here, he's just straight up an evil tuxedo mask. Manto is referenced a lot in other appearances, especially when people are talking about Hanako. He may be the least well-known of the bathroom ghosts, but is glad to see that he's far from forgotten. And that about does it for this video. If you'd like to suggest topics for other videos, then please post them down in the comments below, as well as any other ideas you'd like to see made to a video, and we'll add them to our next viewer request week.
It's now time for the part of the show where we ask you to help us appease the YouTube algorithm by dropping a like, share, or comment. It helps out much more than you'd think.
And if you haven't subscribed yet, then it's very much appreciated. And if you'd like to support this channel, then please visit our Patreon. Link will be down in the description below. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Anyway, I'm Runya.
And I'm Ada.
Remember to take life in moderation.
Weep not, poor children, for life is this way.